Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Suddenly, LeBron is a great shooter. I've been hearing this. It's been going around YouTube. It's been going around the net. People writing this, columnists. I'm like, wow. I never knew that. Because all we did was go back and look at the numbers, and this guy was one of the worst shooters in history. So, like I've been saying, half of LeBron's career is missing in my other videos. So let's get into this. I'm not going to delay. We're going to look at about 3 different graphics to prove how bad of a shooter LeBron is. And before we even get into that, let's do some comparison right here. Let's go to Larry Bird, right? Because LeBron is better than Larry Bird, right? Let's look at the first 8 seasons, right, of Larry Bird's field goal percentage. Let's check it out. So his first year, he shot 47.4 from the field. And hold on, before we get into this, we're going to talk about Larry Bird, who probably shot, I don't know, probably, I would say about 60% of his shots outside the paint. At least, right? So his first season, 47.4 in his rookie season, right? Next season, 47.8. Remember, this is in a defensive era where guys play defense, hand checking, elbows in the back, all this stuff. Big man, no spacing, nothing like that. Third year, 50.3. Fourth year, 54.4. Sixth year, no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, fifth year, 49.2. Sixth year, 52.2. Next year, 49.6. Next year, 52.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the next year we're not even counting, but I'm just throwing it in there. 52.7. And I just want to add this, right? These first 8 years, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the rebounds that Larry Bird put up. 10.4, 10.9, 10.9, 11, 10.1, 10.5, 9.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yep. And it pretty much stayed that way the rest of his career. So LeBron, not even on Larry Bird's level. Let's look at this real quick, if I may. And you're going to see once we get to LeBron in a minute. And look at that graphic we got on the screen. But I just want to do some more comparison before we get to Michael Jordan. So, for Charles Barkley, I would say he took about the same amount of shots as LeBron James, or less, in the paint, right, for his career. So we're going to go on the first 8 seasons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Rookie year, 54.5. Next season, 57.2. Next year, 59.4. Next year, 58.7. Next year, 57.9. Next year, 60%. Next year, 57%. Next year, 55.2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Woo! Wow. That is nuts. That's pretty nuts. And let's just look at the rebounds the first, I don't know, 8 years for Charles Barkley. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Rookie year, 8.6. Next year, 12.8. Next year, 14.6. Next year, 11.9. Next year, 12.5. Next year, 11.5. Next year, 10.0. Next year, 11.1. I'm getting a feeling right here that LeBron was not a great rebounder at all. But it might just be me. I thought Charles Barkley was like 6'3". So let's look at one more guy before we get into this image that's on the screen. Let's get into one more guy just so we know. Okay. This is Karl Malone, right? First 8 seasons, field goal percentage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Rookie season, 49.6. Next season, 51.2. Next season, 52%. Next year, 51.9. Next year, 56.2. Next year, 52.7. Next year, 52.6. Next year, 55.2. Let's just, just for the fun of it, let's look at the rebounds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Rookie season 8.9. Next season 10.5. Next season 12 rebounds. Next season 10.7. Next season 11.1. Next season 11.8. Next season 11.2. Next season 11.2 for Karl Malone. Maybe and why I try to compare these guys, because these guys are forwards in pretty much the same size, either height or weight, right? Because if I did that with Tim Duncan, you guys would be screaming that LeBron is not a 7-footer. Okay? So let's get into LeBron and Michael Jordan. The first season, Jordan shot 51%. The next season, the first season for LeBron, he shot 41%. The next season, Jordan shot 45%. Next season, I keep saying next. The same season, second season, LeBron shot 47%. The third season, Jordan shot 48%. LeBron shot 48%. The fourth season, Jordan shot 53%. LeBron shot 47%. Right? The fifth season, Jordan shot 53%. LeBron shot 48%. The sixth season, Jordan shot 52%. LeBron shot 48%. The seventh season, Jordan shot 53%. LeBron finally shoots 50%. Year 8, Jordan shoots 49%. And is this? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And LeBron shoots 51%. So it took LeBron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until his 7th season as a forward to shoot 50% from the field. Michael Jordan, his first season, he shot 50% from the field. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. It looks like 5 times out of his first 7 seasons, he shot 50% or better from the field as a guard. And when we try to tell people this, they don't understand. As a guard, Jordan is probably shooting about, probably about 60% of his shots at the mid-range. And LeBron is shooting like 60% or more of his shots in the paint. Like a Charles Barkley, like a Malone. LeBron is a horrible shooter. This is why he keeps on playing, because he's trying to erase his history, his career, that Stephen A. Smith doesn't talk about, Chris Broussard doesn't talk about, Nick Wright doesn't talk about, Shannon Sharp doesn't talk about, Kendrick Perkins doesn't talk about, Gilbert Arenas doesn't talk about. When we're talking about this guy shooting in the 40s, his first 6 years in the league, we're not talking about a guy that was burning it up from the mid-range. We're talking about a brick artist that won't dare take mid-range shots because he doesn't have that kind of touch. So why his field goal percentage is never hit 50% in all those years is because he was shooting a lot of threes that he had no business shooting. And we can do a video on that. I got a video on that if you want to check it out. It's from about 2 months ago. Let's look at this. NBA Finals. Jordan, first finals, shot 50%. LeBron, first finals, shot 35%. Second finals, Jordan shot 52%. LeBron What did he shoot? 47%. Third finals, Michael Jordan shot 50%. LeBron shot 47%. The fourth finals, what Jordan shoots? Fourth. Oh, yeah, 41%. LeBron shot 44%. Fifth finals, Jordan shot 45%. LeBron shot 57%. Sixth finals, Jordan shot 42%. LeBron shot 39%. Even when Jordan starts shooting a lower percentage in the three-peat, because in the first three finals, it was incredible what he shot, which was 55%, 52%, and 50%. It was incredible. And even if you shooting 44%, 43%, and 41% as a guard, shooting on the perimeter, LeBron had no business, and it was a slower pace, shooting these kind of numbers as a forward. Two finals, shooting under 40%. His first finals in 2014. Or it might have been 15, 2014-15 finals. That's what it was, 2015 finals. So this guy's a horrible shooter. This guy is a horrible shooter for his career. Remember, in 13 seasons, Michael Jordan retired his career shooting 50.5% from the field after 13 seasons. You know what LeBron shot after 13 seasons? It was 49.7. Still hadn't hit 50% for a career. LeBron didn't. It wasn't until year 15 that LeBron finally hit a career 50% from the field. And Michael Jordan, after 15 years, went down to 49.7 just because he came back and played for fun with the Wizards. And now these fools have the nerve to say LeBron James has a better field goal average than Michael Jordan. Let me tell you this. So last year I went to Stat Moose, and according to the numbers, LeBron, this is not for this year's numbers, but it's probably similar. LeBron, for his career, his field goal percentage was 67% in the paint. 67% in the paint. That's his field goal percentage. That's incredible. Let me tell you how incredible this is. Shaq, for his career, 63% for his career in the paint. That's what he shot. But when we go back and we dial it down and look at LeBron's overall field goal percentage for his career, 50.5. How's that even possible? How's that logical? In the paint, you shoot 67% for your career, higher than Shaq. But your overall field goal percentage is 50.5. That's mind-blowing. You can't, even a kid in kindergarten would just be baffled by this. You should be shooting no less than about 57% for your career. 57% for your career overall. If your field goal percentage for your career was 67% in the paint, what does that tell you about this era? If he's got a higher field goal percentage than Shaq in the paint, what does what? Let's look at this. So we got this from Stat Moose. Also, you can take this up with his website if you don't agree with the numbers in the stats, in the facts. See, the LeBron James fan base, they love stats, man. They love numbers, man. Their favorite pastime. But they forgot to look up the real stats. Let's look at this. In the NBA Finals, LeBron, 1,216 attempts. Total paint attempts, 653. Paint percentage, his percentage in the paint, right? 54%. It's not bad. From the mid-range, 32%. If you can't see this graphic, it's going to pop up in a minute. Yeah, from the mid-range, 32% in the NBA Finals. From three-point land in the NBA Finals, 35%. Free throw percentage in the Finals, 73%. And it says below, just a horrible shooter outside the paint. Folks, when LeBron fans say that LeBron's competition was tougher than Jordan's, all they're saying is that LeBron's competition was better at shooting than LeBron. Wow. How is LeBron the greatest player ever, but the greatest player ever, but the worst shooter in the greatest shooters league in NBA history? I don't know. I kept saying this. I said, what? You're saying this guy has been the face of the NBA the past 10 years in the greatest shooting era of all time? That's what we've been told. But this guy can't shoot. He'll have a couple of lucky years where the sun is shining on his bootay. And then they'll try to equate him with the greatest shooters of all time, like Kobe, like Michael, like these guys. Bird. You got to remember, this guy has no position. He's not great at shooting guard. He's not great at point guard. 7 assists ain't going to get you nowhere, buddy. He's not great at power forward. The guy can't rebound. Horrible rebounder. We saw that, right? We won't even talk about center. I don't think he's really a good small forward. I'm taking Dr. J. I'm taking Scottie Pippen. I'm taking Charles Barkley. I don't know if he's going to play forward or small forward. He can play both positions. But when we're talking about positional basketball, this guy has no real positional skills. Can't shoot. He sucks at rebounding. His assists are okay. They're not great. They're not good. 7 assists is nothing. It's nothing. It will never get you assist title except for that bubble year. 7 rebounds is a laugher. I think, what did Jason Kidd average, like 8? Something crazy. So, I thought we'd just put this out here. We don't have to hate. We don't have to be delusional or make up stuff. We just go look at the numbers. And this guy was a brick fest early in his career. And then, once he got his super teams built, he could start shooting less. We can talk about that graphic in another video. But you can see his attempts went down once he started building these super teams. And his field goal percentage started climbing up. And because the beginning of his career, he was a brick fest. This is why he keeps playing. And something is wrong. Everybody's career numbers eventually go down. It doesn't matter how great you are. And this guy was really never great at positional ball or shooting. So how this guy's numbers never go down drastically, like everybody else's numbers went down? It's got to tell you something. I'm no Einstein. I'm no rocket scientist, but a 39-year-old man running with 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds like that up and down the court, yeah, I'm starting to question Kevin Durant too. And Kevin Durant had those injuries, so tell me what you think.